It all began in the year 1990 in Lagos, Nigeria. A young Yoruba couple, Charles and his wife Veronica, had a baby boy, Francis. Due to hardship, they had to leave their son with his grandma and move to Europe in search of a better life. Doing this in what could be termed an illegal way. The couple had to hide from the law enforcement and immigration services to avoid being separated from each other and deported. Things got so tough in Turkey, they had to sneak their way into a bus heading for Greece. At Greece, things were much better as Charles got to work as a gardener and his wife sold sunglasses on the streets. Time passed and they had a son, Rodney, with his wife Veronica pregnant for another. Shocking how this officer stood up for her to seat on the bus on their way to the hospital, but her rude landlord refused to look after her son. Of course his wife did, back from work. Now at home with his wife and his son, Charles didn't know he had a new baby. The couple now had 2 children in Greece and 1 in Nigeria. The family was surely getting bigger. Missing something. What's the baby's name? His name is Giannis, meaning John in Greece, and Yugo, meaning a crown in the Nigerian Igbo language. Now the family had Giannis, Rodney, Francis, Veronica, and Charles the father. The pursuit of a better life continues as the couple tried to get a legal residency and payroll job to secure the future of their kids, but this was to no avail as the system wasn't arranged to their favor, making them move around in circles. They kept running from the police, only this time it was more difficult as the family had grown larger. 4 kids with them, 1 in Nigeria, and the couple, all 6 of them in Greece, had to hide. Giannis, now grown to be a strong, brilliant boy, had his elder brother Rodney as a companion, and he parked on a good afternoon. Rodney and Giannis decided to join in a game of basketball out of curiosity, with Giannis being the worst player on the court at that time. He was so clueless and inexperienced, but got some tips from Rodney. After this game, the guys invited them to visit the local stadium, which they agreed to, defiling their father's orders. Really furious, their father had them grounded, with their mom was supportive of the idea, reminding Charles of how good a football player he was, but never had the zeal to pursue a career out of it. Good news, Mr. Charles finally agreed, and thank God he did, cause his signature was needed before the boys could play. Signing gave them the freedom to play and train hard. Also, with the help of the local coach, Rodney got so good, with Giannis still lagging at that time. With words of encouragement from Rodney and some extra zeal, Giannis knew he had more to offer than he was giving at that time. Things got better and clubs became interested in Rodney, but the illegal state of his residency made them withdraw their interest. No doubt the boys were good, but clubs weren't willing to take the risk. Then the catastrophe struck. Rodney got injured in a match, had an ankle injury. Harris, the agent, was willing to set them up to the regional trials at that time, but Rodney wasn't fit for it. Then came the Giannis moment. He decided to go for the trials. To do this, he knew he had to train extra hard. It was indeed a successful trial session, and Giannis had an offer from Zaragoza, a Spanish team who were willing to pay 10% advance in the transfer money, but Giannis had to relocate to Spain alone. As anyone could guess, the offer was rejected for a singular reason: the family had to be together. Later that same day, this guy who didn't believe in the boys came with a good offer, which was time frame. He brought 5,000 euros in cash and offered the family green passports if Giannis was to be on his side. They had to sideline Harris, who believed in them and worked so hard to get offers despite the illegal state of the boys to be eligible for his offer. Again, the offer was rejected, and this was the best decision the Adeno Combos ever made. Just as they walked inside, Harris showed up with an amazing offer: an opportunity to be in the NBA draft. This would mean that the family could be reunited in America, now enlisted in the NBA draft. Yet another struggle. Harris and his friend tried their best to get Giannis into one of the NBA teams. They also tried getting Nike to sign a deal with him. The names kept going from the Dallas Mavericks to other. All teams but one had chosen their candidate, but Giannis was left out. At this point, Giannis, Rodney, and Harris had their hopes high and their heads bent down in prayers. And there it was. The Milwaukee Bucks chose Giannis as their candidate. Tears of joy everywhere, from his parents to Rodney to Harris to his younger brothers, to the wicked landlord, his local coach, and the community folks. Everyone was happy except this guy. In 2014, the whole family received visas to the United States. Rodney joined the New York Knicks in 2014, and the family was reunited with Francis after 25 years of separation. The better future was here to stay. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like and subscribe. Also share with your friends. That's all for this. Bye for now.